wait till I get comfy because I don't like feet. So wait a minute. Oh, we are going to hide the belly. No, we're not. Wait a minute. That's it. Hello. Sorry, getting comfy. Too much like hard work for me. Excuse me. My mum used to say that. Right, so that's a joke. I didn't even mean to say that. We used to go on holiday to Portugal. We started off. We used to go to Blackpool when we were wee. Now before anybody went abroad. By the way, this wasn't meant to be talking about. It's just because I said that word that reminded me. So yeah, we used to go to Blackpool when we were wee, or like Butlins and things, and then we started going abroad. So we went to Mallorca, I think it was, to begin with. So we stayed kind of Spain, and then when I was like my parents, here we go, Aileen forgets what she's talking about. Aileen goes on to something else. 13, 14 I was. Maybe 12 actually, I don't know. Last time I went I was 16, so 13, 14, 15, 16, so 13 we went to Portugal every year for 4 years, and my mum was a wee bit intoxicated, you know. We were at the water park. My mum doesn't do going into the swimming pool because she can't swim. Don't ask her about it because she'll give you a big dramatic story and nobody needs that in their life. Anyway, she was steaming this one day at the water park, and me and my cousin were lying sunbathing, as you do when you're 15, you know, you want to get the tan and all that for the boyfriends, to get a boyfriend. Anyhow, so then somebody had took her, what do you call that, not the canopy, the umbrella thing. Anyway, so she went up to him and she went, excuse me, no, she couldn't put the umbrella up, that's what it was. Right, so she got one, she had hired one, and she couldn't get it put up. And she went up to this guy straight. He didn't talk English, I don't even think she knew what language he did talk. And she went up to him and she went, excuse me, can you put up the umbrella? Anyway, that was a wee joke between me and my cousin. But, how are you? Listen, I don't know what day I'm on anymore. I know what day I'm on currently. I don't know what day I'm on podcast wise, because if you have watched Monday's episode, you will know that I am back and forth in different dimensions and different days and different, I just think I'm in a completely different universe. So this one that you're watching now, and you will know you're watching it, this should be Tuesday for you. Don't know what day it is for me anymore, I've lost track. Because I've recorded 3 episodes today, and I am supposed to be recording 3 episodes today. This is my second episode I'm recording. Whether the third one gets done or not is another story, because if anybody has been on TikTok or Facebook or anything, you will know that I woke up with not much of a voice this morning, and it's all sore here, it's all sitting here, I've got a sick bowl at my feet. I know TMI, but I keep being sick, so don't worry. If I do, I'll cut it out. You won't need to watch it unless you want to watch it, because some people are into things like that. Everybody's got their different kinks, and I'm not here to judge. That's what I'm saying. You do you. I've got my wee list next to me. This isn't for any actual reason to do with this podcast, apart from to tell you that I genuinely do have a list about everything I'm going to talk about this week. And at the end, if I remember, I might tell you what I might be talking about this week. But I also brought it because sometimes I forget what I'm talking about today. So today I am talking about, that's right, I forgot about that. Right, so this episode was initially supposed to get recorded in my car or somewhere outdoors. I've just noticed there's a bit of wood hammered into my wall, and I don't know why, outside. Anyway, sorry, I get distracted very easily. So yes, this was supposed to be recorded like in my car or in somebody's shed, not because I've been hijacked, kidnapped or anything like that, but We're talking today about escaping the madness. So tomorrow for you will be Christmas Day. I've still got a couple of days to Christmas Day. Like I said on Monday, I feel like Doc from McFly. No, not McFly. I feel like Doc from Back to the Future because I'm going back and forth and here and there and upside down and back to front. So for you, tomorrow's Christmas Day. For me, tomorrow is not Christmas Day at the minute, but it will be. And Christmas Day can get very hectic. We all know that. We all know that it's very overwhelming for a lot of people. Not all, some. We all know that if you've got a child or an adult within your family or your circle who is neurodivergent, you will know that the build up to Christmas or birthdays or anything like that can be dead exciting. Dead exciting. But then reality of that day, it is exciting, it's too much. Because it's been built up and built up, you're going to, it's such an exciting day and it's amazing and it's this, and it is all that. But then it happens, but nothing's different. Nothing's different from any other day for them. It's still the same day, but they've got presents to open. But then there might be loads of people coming in and that can be a lot for them. You will find that anybody that's neurodivergent may regularly get ill round about birthdays and Christmases, purely because the everything going through, the adrenaline, the excitement, the too much, everything's going too fast or whatever, they will always end up not well round about Christmas and birthdays. Whether it be on that day or leading up to it, whatever, will vary. But yeah, that's something to look out for if you've never noticed it before. I'm not neurodivergent, but I am always ill. Every day, not Christmas and birthdays, every day. Every day in life, I seem to catch everything. But yeah, if you're somebody who maybe has a lot of visitors, a big family, a big friendship circle, and it might be different people coming in and out through the day, it might be everybody's in at the one time, and yeah, it can be too much, and you can admit that. It's not anything to be embarrassed about, it's not anything different from any other household. There'll be lots of households feeling the same, but the problem is, excuse me, sorry, I have a itchy eye. The problem is everybody feels as if they have to be a certain way at Christmas, and they're too scared to say that they feel a certain way in case they're judged or in case anybody moans at them, or in case you ruin somebody else's day. But what about your day? Do you feel as if your day's been ruined because you're not able to be honest? So how can you fix it? How can you do something for you that doesn't interfere with anybody else's day? What? Jesus, we're dropping her down. Baby Jesus. One of the things, which was hence the reason why I was going to record in my car. Go and sit in your car for 10 minutes. Go and sit in your bedroom for 10 minutes. In the toilet for 10 minutes. In the shed, in the garage. Go for a walk round the block. Do whatever you need to do. If it means sticking your headphones on, watching something, you're not being rude. You have to take yourself away from that environment until you've calmed down, until you feel you again, until you feel comfortable to go and sit back in that environment. I am continuously making choices because I do have neurodivergent child, potential children, one's not been diagnosed yet. And I have to make sacrifices and decisions daily for their best interests, and doesn't affect me. It doesn't make my experience of Christmas or birthdays any different, because I enjoy, as long as they're happy, I'm happy. As long as they're doing what they want to do, I can do what I want to do when they're at school or they're at work or whatever else. If I want to go and see friends, I can do it when they're not around, when they're at school or work. If I want to go to the shops, I can do it again when they're at school or work, or when both of them are in. They're fine for being in their cell. The youngest one doesn't like staying in his cell for too long, hence why I don't really do anything when he's just in. But the older one, he's fine. Like, we just think he might be a wee bit ADHD. He's not actually autistic, he's just a wee bit crazy. And that's not me judging anybody, don't take that the wrong way. That is just my son is genuinely wired to the moon. We laugh at him because both my boys enjoy sitting out in their rooms on their own and doing their own thing. But then I also enjoy mum company, so they probably get that from me. But with my older one, yeah, he enjoys to sit in his room and do his own thing and whatever else. But then see when you've got your bed and you're just getting comfy and you're just starting to doze off, that's when he wants to come in and have a full-blown conversation with you and tell you about a story that he remembered for work, or tell you about a concert he's just booked, or that he might be deciding to go and buy a house in 5 years. That's just normal life for us, and it's hilarious, and we just work with it. The wee one, he just comes in to tell me he's hungry and he needs me to make food. I mean, he's not even told me what he wants for Christmas, and we're literally days away. For you, it is tomorrow. For me, it is a couple of days away. But yeah, so don't ever feel as if you have to behave in a certain way, or you have to do what everybody else is doing, because you certainly don't. And if it's a case of all your family go, like say for example your parents or your partner or whatever go to somebody else's house for Christmas dinner, and then you stay for a wee after party type thing because you maybe had drinks and the day goes on, don't ever be afraid to say, listen, you stay and enjoy yourself, but it's just too overwhelming for me, I'm going to go home, but if you want me to come and pick you up, or if you want me to walk around and get you, or whatever it might be, then that's fine, we can do that, we can arrange that. So just think outside the box and see if you are that person who is struggling on Christmas and you're not sure how to go about it. You can contact myself and I can help. We can talk through it, see how we can calm you down, see different ways that we can work it out for you. Anybody that follows me or watches the podcast or whatever will know that I also have a private therapy business. And at Christmas, so Christmas Day and New Year's Day, I offer free consultations over the phone for anybody that is struggling. So if you are that person, again, contact myself and we'll get that booked in for you. And even if it means that it's on Christmas Day and you feel as if you just need a wee 5-10 minute chat just to work through things, or just to get something off your chest or off your shoulders, do it. Don't build it up, because that's how it gets worse and that's how it spirals, and then that's how you lose control of all their thoughts. Don't ever get to a point where you lose control. And I'm not saying that it has to be me you talk to. You could talk to somebody that you're close to. You could talk to one of the many charities who will be opened as well. There's always somebody out there willing to listen. And if you've asked one person or even 10 people to listen and they've not listened yet, don't ever give up, because there is people out there. Not everybody. Some people feel as if it's too much on them, and they don't mean that in a bad way. What they mean is they're worried to give you the advice in case it's the wrong advice. Because if they were to give you advice and it was the wrong advice and you maybe made a decision that wasn't necessary, they might feel a wee bit of guilt for that. Not that they should. They may feel a wee bit of guilt. They may feel that it was their fault, or they led you to that, or they didn't listen properly, or I don't know. Everybody's different. But just please never ever feel as if you're on your own through any situation, because there's always somebody, whether it be your GP, your boss, your partner, your parents, your siblings, again, one of the many charities, a private therapist, whatever you do, what works for you. Write your things down. Just taking yourself away into a place that makes you happy. So like my boys, potentially one might go and watch something that takes their mind away from something, the other one might go and play a game, or they might play a game together. Everybody's different. Me, I'm just daft. I mean, what can I say? I'm just a wee bit daft, just a tiny bit. I mean, I don't mean daft as in non-intelligent, but I'm that as well. And I don't deny it, because there's no point, because whenever I open my mouth, unless I'm at work, in my day-to-day life, like when I'm talking to my friends, when I open my mouth, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it, because it's not even verbal diarrhea, and it's not even a form of Tourette's. It's just blondness, pure blonde, peroxide. I do wonder if grey hair is less intelligent than blonde hair, because I could be that. That's when I think about it, because grey, depending on which shade of grey you go, could be white, which means there's absolutely nothing there. There's no colour at all. There's nothing. There's no pigmentation at all. That's why I'm on grey. White. Not even beige. Yeah, beige. Don't know what's going on here. I've got my pearls. These are supposed to be on my Christmas tree and I forgot to put them on. And then I found them on the couch as I went to sit down. And I thought, they'll do me. I mean, I said this, and you'll see this, you might see this bit in tomorrow's podcast, because Danielle's podcast is split into two. So half goes out, woo! Half goes out, oh, here I go. Maybe I have got ADHD. I mean, I'm not getting tested because I don't want to be told I've got something else that nobody's ever heard of. I can't. I'm too much a fidget. Danielle's podcast, that's what I was going to say. The first part of it goes out on Christmas Day. The second part of it goes out, I think we said Saturday. Then we're doing another episode. I forget. Then we're doing another episode for season 2, episode 1, which is the 8th of January. Yeah, 8th of January. Listen, I'm going to let you into a wee secret. I mean, it's not such a wee secret, because I think I've probably said it to you every day. But I decided to do this. I had this massive brainwave. I mean, it's not massive for normal people. Massive for my brain. Let's go do 2 weeks worth of podcasts for Christmas. It'll be amazing, she said. It'll help people, she says. And then she forgot to start recording. And she became no well. And I think I've been unwell for the best part of, what are we at? Nearly 2 months? 6 weeks? Because if anybody remembers, I had that pain in my head up here, which I thought was just going to go to explode. Why is my phone lighting up? Which I thought was going to explode, and then that went from a pain in my head to a stomach bug. Danielle's phoning. Just want to talk to her. I'm kidding on. Then that went to a stomach bug. Then I think I had about 4 or 5 days without anything. Then I had, what did I have after that? Something else. Sorry about that. The joys of being a therapist. Sometimes you get calls off the cuff. Now I can't actually remember what we're talking about. But my main point for today's episode, and this is probably just going to be a short one, is make sure that you're not just going along with what everybody else wants. Make sure your voice is being heard. Make sure that your understanding of celebrating, or if you are celebrating, is heard and is also adhered to, and you don't just do what everybody else wants and forget about yourself. So, do you have Christmas traditions on Christmas Day? I mean, we do, but they're not big traditions. It's more about timings. So you get a lot of insight into my life at this one. My boys, it doesn't matter what age they are now, they're up early bells. Although I think they normally got up at 5. I think last year I managed to get along like about 7, half 7, and then they got up. And then we open all their presents from myself, my dad, because my dad, he does live in England, but he's in Australia just now, but he's normally in England. So they open the presents from Santa, they open the presents from myself, because I'll always put a wee present under the tree from me. They open their presents from their granda, who's obviously my dad, and then they disappear into their rooms normally, and I tidy up the mess, and then I go and put I tidy their stuff up, because Santa puts the stuff on each end of the couch. Oh my god, Santa, I know him. Who else loves Elf? We love Elf, we love the Grinch, although apparently I've got too much Grinch stuff this year, I've been told. So they do that. I tidy up the living room, put their presents into piles and then put it on their beds. Now, my youngest doesn't like anything on his bed. Autistic brain. I feel as if I say that an awful lot. I've got a really sore shoulder now. So I put it on his bed, and then he maybe waits half an hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then he brings it back into the living room for me. And I'm like, but that's yours, not mine. And he's like, yeah, I've got nowhere to put it now. And that's his answer all the time. I mean, I'm sitting looking at stuff in the corner over there, which is his birthday stuff. His birthday was Saturday, because he's brought that back in, because I'm supposed to know what to do with that. He's put it all back. Don't get me wrong, he's very thoughtful. He puts it all back into bags, gift bags, and brings it in. Doesn't just dump it. So we do that, and then we potted about to about 10ish, and then we usually go out to my mum's. Don't know if we're doing that this year for reasons that I won't go into. Go out to my mum's, we open our presents round there, have breakfast, well, brunch, as she likes to call it, because she likes to think she's a bit of a snob, but she's not really. She forgets herself, I think. Then we come back round, we all have our baths and everything else. Normally I just stick some clean jammies on. They get dressed, or stick clean jammies on. And then we normally go out to my mum's for dinner for about 4 o'clock. But, again, not doing that this year. Having dinner here, which I'm excited about. I mean, I know I need to do an awful lot of cooking, but I just like to be in my own house. And my youngest, he struggles being in other people's houses, hence another reason why I'm doing this episode, because I know what it's like. So normally if we go to somebody's house, he's edging towards the door within 10 minutes to leave again. So I know Christmas Day is a big struggle for him. He really doesn't cope being in somebody else's house, even though it is his gran. He doesn't go there at the best of times. If he goes round, he goes round. He either sits in the car and waits for me for 5 minutes so that he knows I'm straight in and back out, or if he comes in, it's like, in, right, ready to go, back out. Not into this visit malarkey. But I think that's about as good as it gets. We normally do our Christmas crackers. That doesn't look that looked wrong. We normally do our Christmas crackers between meals. Then we'll play a board game, but it's normally, sometimes I'll buy a new board game, other times it'll be a board game we've got, because we have got a cupboard out in the hall that's got, I think, 2 or 3 shelves full of board games, because we've collected board games since the boys were all young. I say we, meaning the boys, that's the only people that live in this house. And then I've got another cupboard in my living room that's got some board games in there as well. And then I've got a coffee table in the corner here which has got a couple of board games under it. And I don't know if you heard that, but guess. And I bought a game this year because I've always wanted to do what's that one? Escape room. I've always wanted to go to an escape room, but I just worry. I wanted to go with the boys, but I just worry that my youngest might start panicking if it starts getting too near to the time that you need to be out. I don't really know how it works. So I worry that although he's a wee genius, he'd probably get us out in 30 seconds. So I worry about that. So there's a board game. Where did I buy it? I think I bought it on Amazon maybe. It's either Amazon or TikTok. No, I'm sure it was Amazon. And it's escape room. And I think there's 3 different games in it, something like that. So I bought that just for Christmas Day. Surely that's a game nobody can cheat. I mean, you play Monopoly, or you play Snakes and Ladders, or whatever, things like that. And there's always somebody that cheats. I've got 2 that cheat in this house. And it causes uproar. Causes absolute war. Especially when my youngest was small. He'd literally throw the table and storm it. That's good. So I've got that. I mean, the wee one, I say the wee one, he's 18. He just got a VR thing, one of the VR things, for his birthday, so I probably won't see him on Christmas Day. Because he's not even told me what he wants for his Christmas yet. So he'll be playing the VR. The oldest one, he wanted tools for his work because he's still building up his tool collection, so he's got that. But they've got other stuff. Not much. There's only a couple of wee bits. I am a skin toe this year. Purely because I've been constantly not well. He's been constantly not well, my youngest. So I've not really had any much work. Plus I've been studying and sorting the podcast. What else have I been doing? There's something else I was going to tell you. Yeah, trying to sort things that I'm bringing in next year, new things to the therapy business, new things to do with the podcast that will be revealed in 2025. Yeah, there's going to be a lot. What else have we got going on? What's your favourite Christmas song? That was 2 different questions, wasn't it? What is your favourite Christmas song? So, mine's changes I think every year, and I do wonder if it depends on what song gets played on the radio first. Let me think of that word there. On the radio first, because I've been hearing Fairy Tale in New York quite a lot this year. So I decided this year Fairy Tale in New York was my favourite, but it's never been my favourite before. So I don't understand why it's my favourite this year. I mean, I don't understand much how my brain works. My brain just basically does its own thing, and it's not necessarily good. It can be entertaining, not for me, for others, which I'm sure Danielle's going to fill you in about more. But no, I don't know what my favourite song was last year. Oh my god, right, so I just had a wee vision there. So I watched this podcast and it's two guys from Glasgow and I recognise their faces. I've got a feeling I knew them when I was at school. I need to talk to them and say, do I know you? Did I ever know you? Can I get to know you? Okay, on. And because I've just made that comment, I'm actually not going to tell you who it is. Because it's the last neck. Anyway, went a bit Glasgow there. Anyway, what was I going to tell you about? I know there was something I just said there and it just made me think of one of them in the podcast. Because they're two pals. I think they've been pals for they were wee, or at least at school. And one's a bit blonder than me. No, that wasn't what I was going to say. One's a bit blonder than his pal. I mean, I don't think... Right, so I was just telling you how blonde I am. I mean, I tell you every day, and I was just saying about how this guy on this other podcast isn't the full shilling. My battery just cut out my camera and I don't even know if she's got any, so I'll find out when I go into edit, and I've just had to plug my camera in. Oh, I swear you couldn't make it up with me. It's who remembers that song? So that song reminds me of my youngest son's dad, and I will tell you for why. One of the very first nights he came and stayed the night with me. I was on the radio when we were driving home and he was singing it. I swear I thought it was Rihanna. If you're watching this, I'm not going to say your name, don't worry, but I have a memory like an elephant. Don't know if you remember that, but I do. So this podcast, the two pals in it remind me of me and Danielle. And me and the both of us watched them, and the both of us constantly like phoning each other going like, oh my god, did you just hear what they said? Oh my god, have you seen what they've done now? And Danielle phoned me about them the day to tell me a wee story, that although she only told me half a story because she doesn't actually know the full story yet. Why tell me half a story? What's the point in that? Anybody else, like, when somebody says, oh, I've got gossip for you, and then they phone to tell you, and then you say, right, so what? No, I don't know. That's all I know. And you're like, well, what was the point in telling me? Like, I was pure excited, phoning you, thinking that you had gossip, and you had absolutely nothing worth telling. Like, one of my other... Do you remember Tracy, who was my wee camera woman for episode 1 on the Christmas episodes when I was filming down at the wee spooky place that wasn't that spooky, although there was a lot of men in white vans popping about and we were terrified. She's bad for it. She'll say something to you and you'll be like, right, so, and then you'll say to her, so did you ask them this, did you ask? And she's like, no, and I'm like, you are absolute crap at getting me gossip. You need to, like, get better at this. I'm brilliant. I mean, if you tell me something and I know there's more to it, I will quiz you. I'm like Piers Morgan, but the nicer version. I will get it out of you. Wait a minute, no, that. Well, what's the word? Okay. Why do you always make this about that? You always turn it round, and you have got pure filthy minds. You are absolutely terrible. I need to actually try and get a hold of one of my wee neighbours because apparently hurt himself. Had to come for the operation. Right, here's a bit of gossip Tracy actually told me, and I think this is disgusting. No disgusting as in bad, disgusting as in why did you tell me that? Like, I asked Tracy for gossip because she's always out and about. She's like me, she talks to everybody. But a lot of the time I'm in my car because I'm maybe going somewhere with my son, so we don't really walk very far with him. So she walks round a bit more than me, and she was telling me about the wee neighbour, and he went in for an operation on his eye. If you're watching this, I hope you're alright. But apparently they had to put air in the back of his eye to pop his eyeball out or something. Now I don't know if you just said that to her because she is, I mean, I'm daft. and I believe a lot, but she's on a whole other atmosphere. No atmosphere, what's that word? Aye, she's on a whole other level. Stratosphere, is that the word? I don't know. Aye, so it let's put air behind his eye, he pop his eyeball out, and then put his, and I was like, no, there was absolutely no need for him to tell you that. That is vile. That's disgusting. Like, I won't go and get my eyes, that laser eye surgery, purely because it's my, I don't like anybody near my eyes, because you're that's dangerous. If you lose your sight, your sight's a lot, isn't it? All your senses are a lot. It's bad enough if you were to lose your mobility. My mobility isn't the best, but it's a lot better than what some people have got, obviously, because I can't get myself about. But if you were to lose your eyesight, which if I take my glasses, say if I take my glasses off now, I can see the ring lights, but I can't see that camera. I obviously know it's there because I put it there. But I'm near enough. Can I be class blind? No, I don't want to be class blind. What was I saying? Aye, so I won't go for, now hear me out, right, because there is a bit to the end of this story where I talk sense. So I always said I wouldn't go for laser eye surgery because I didn't want them to take my eye out, because they slit your eye, didn't they? So I didn't want to feel my eyeball sitting here, because I've got a vision. Now I don't know if this is what your eyeball really looks like and behind it, so I've got this vision. I don't know why I'm telling you this story, because it's just got to make me look even dafter. So I've got this vision that behind your eyeball, see it? Do you know that way when you know you're saying something that probably isn't real, but you think it's real? So you keep stopping yourself just as it's about to come out your mouth. So I've got a vision, and somebody write in and tell me if it's true, because Helen's a nurse, but I don't believe everything she says, that behind your eyeball you've got all these wee things, almost like plugged into it, like veiny type things, like wires, but they're no wires, right? I'm not saying I've got wires behind my eyes. Do you know like your plug's wired up and you've got a wire going into each bit, like your live, your neutral and your something else, I can't remember what the other one is. So a bit like that, but it's like, I was going to say testicles. I can't cope with myself. Tentacles. Like veins or something plugged into the back of your eye that holds it in place and makes it do what it's meant to do. So I don't know if that's what it looks like behind your eye, but I've got a vision in my head of them doing your laser eye surgery, but they pop your eye out and it's sitting here and you can feel it, because you're waiting. Did you know you're waiting when you get laser eye surgery done? Which is another thing, I think that should be illegal. Because you shouldn't be having to, no. And feeling your eyeball there and all the wetness for the blood, and it's just hanging there by its tentacles, but it's not tentacles, but you know what I mean, it's wee wires that isn't wires, like veiny things, whatever you want to call them, I don't know. So I told my dad this, because I'm very good at showing my dad how stupid I am. So I told my dad that and he just laughed at me and Aileen, my dad gets awfully upset when I say something a bit daft. Aileen, that's not what happens. And I said, well, it must be, because how else are they going to do it? He said, no. What they do is, they numb your eye with like, what's that called? A local anaesthetic, that's what it is. They put a local anaesthetic in your eye. Now, I'm out at that point. I'm done. I'm not wanting it. Game's a bogey. So they put a local anaesthetic in your eye, and then they put a bit of the theatre paper stuff under here so like you don't feel it and touching you. But they don't take your eye out. They just open your eye and slit it. And I think, nah, I don't want that either. Nowhere near my eye. Because there's something like, I think it's 1% of people that it goes the other way for them. It doesn't help their eyesight, it makes them blind. And with the luck I've had for the last 40 odd years, I'm in that 1% club. I know the 1% club that's on the telly where you win money. I'm in the 1% club where I'll never see yous again. I'll hear yous, probably never see yous again. So for that reason, I am out, as the Dragon's Den would say. Done. Don't want it. Nah. I'll just be wee specky again. Can't even wear contact lenses because just like everything else in life, my eyes are not normal. My eyes don't work properly. So contact lenses, I can wear them for about 10 minutes and then I've got to rip them at my eyes. Plus I've got astigmatism or whatever you call it in one eye, but I can't even remember what eye it is. Because I'm not that interested, to be honest with you. So is there anything else you want to tell me? Because I mean, I feel as if I'm doing all the talking here. I'm trying to phone my Danielle back, by the way, while I was trying to plug my phone in, and you know, for pure rudeness, she didn't even answer the phone to me. So, be mindful of yourself and how you feel on Christmas Day. Please also contact myself or somebody else if you need to chat and get it off your chest, or you feel as if you just need to get it out, you need to get out the environment, go for a walk, go to the toilet. Listen, see if you need to sit in the toilet for 10 minutes and people think you've got the runs, let them think whatever they want to think, as long as it makes you feel better. So that was today. Today never quite went to plan because obviously I got a wee phone call and then camera cut out because just pure rude. So this one's going out Christmas Eve. So if I don't see yous, I'll ever see yous, but if I don't see yous, have a nice Christmas. It will be tomorrow. Remember, we've got Danielle tomorrow. Your tomorrow, not my tomorrow, your tomorrow. Christmas Day. With Danielle, part 1. But yeah, just try and enjoy Christmas as much as possible. My Christmas is different this year for reasons that I won't go into. Not very nice reason, but that, listen, life is life, and life is what you make it, I suppose, and we've all got things that have happened in our life, and it might be when you're supposed to be celebrating, it might be when you're not supposed to be celebrating, but it's how do you overcome them, and I've learned that the hard way because I've had a few things that happened to me when I was younger that I let almost ruin my life, almost took my life, and now I'm like, get out the way, bitch, get out the way, you know what I mean? Don't ever, if somebody is causing a negative something presence within your life, or being negative towards you, being hateful, being spiteful, being aggressive, being violent, then move them out the way, and you be that king, queen, prince, princess, boss, and you bye bye now. Live your best life. I think Aileen's in her 50 Cent moment. Who sang that song? I'm not going to sing 50 Cent because I think his words are a bit, I mean, I like his songs, but it's Christmas time and some people might not like the songs at this time of year, so Christmas time, mistletoe and see if you've got mistletoe, come and give me a shout. I'm kidding on, don't. You'll smush my lipstick. Not got any baby wipes on me. But yeah, enjoy your Christmas. If you are celebrating, if you're not celebrating, enjoy your day. Whatever you decide to do, whether it be you just have a wee chilled relaxed day, whether you're working, whether you are going to visit friends, family, listen, whatever your day consists of, please enjoy, stay safe, be happy, be mindful, and take care of yourself. And if you are watching this at 7 AM and still think, I don't have enough Christmas presents, I don't have this, I don't have that, stop stressing yourself out. Just go and enjoy the day. It's about being with everybody. If you give somebody a box of chocolates, they should be grateful. If they're not grateful, that's on them, not on you. It's not about the giving. You almost made that a bit too rude there. I'm not finishing that sentence. There's no giving, there's no receiving. Who said that? Wasn't it me? Can I prove it? Leave me be. If Helen watches this, get us into him. I stand up and laugh at Christmas Day. I am offski because my brain's been completely, but I think I've just been totally thrown off track because I got a call that I wasn't expecting from a client, and then I got a camera that decided, haha, I'll teach you a wee lesson, hen. Made a charged cut. Now when I started this, I had a full battery on my camera. Full battery, full charge, full battery. So I think it's just kind of thrown me off track a wee bit. But yes, please enjoy your day, please stay safe, and I will see you maybe at some point. You will see me maybe at some point if you watch or whatever. I will go live at some point, maybe tonight. If you're watching this on Christmas Eve, I'll try and go live tonight. We do tend to sit the three of us and watch stuff together on Christmas Eve, so once the boys are settled back into their rooms, I'll go live unless I get a chance in the afternoon. I might, but I don't know if I will, because I still need to do all my cleaning. I need to clean my bathroom, I need to clean my kitchen, I need to boil my ham, make my soup. Who said it was a good idea to celebrate Christmas? I was going to say something there, I'm not saying it. I could get myself into so much trouble with some of the stuff that I say as a joke, and I genuinely mean it as a joke, and most people would take it as a joke, but there is a few who maybe wouldn't, and unless I'm doing stand-up comedy, I ain't telling no jokes unless you pay me. Anyway, go enjoy your day. I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't even know what day I'm on anymore or what time it is of the day. But remember, 24th of December, remember that Christmas isn't just about making everybody else happy, it's also about making you happy. Okay? Listen to Aileen. Aileen tells the truth most of the time. But I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.